This is Optimal Relationships Daily, episode 729, Simple Living with My Little One, by Jennifer of simplyfiercely.com. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I am Greg Audino, and I am here every weekday to narrate content to optimize the many relationships in your life. We are getting to the end of the week now, so today and tomorrow we'll be focusing on posts specifically for you parents out there. Our first leg today comes from simplyfiercely.com, and we are excited to share it with you. So let's stop talking about it and instead start optimizing your life. Simple Living with My Little One, by Jennifer of simplyfiercely.com. Hello, friends. I know it's been a long time since you last heard from me, but I promise I've got a good excuse. Regular readers can probably guess what I'm about to share, or if you follow me on Instagram, you already know. But to make things official, I'm a mom now. My little girl, Edie June, was born September 14th at 6:01 p.m. Not surprisingly, having a baby has changed my life in a million ways. I won't bore you by going into them all here, but over the past 2 months, I've been thinking about a few things relevant to this blog that I wanted to share with you. Because I'm running on caffeine and little sleep, instead of the long-form posts I normally write, this will be short and sweet. But I'm hoping you'll stick with me anyway, because I have so much I want to share with you. In no particular order, here are a few thoughts on simple living with my little one. To-do lists. Confession. Even though I have written before about simplifying my to-do list, the truth is, over the past 12 months, I have been pretty overwhelmed. I wasn't listening to my own advice about knowing my limits. I'd tried to focus on the most important stuff first, but I talked myself into believing everything was important. Of course, this didn't work well for me. I was always stressed out, and I was so scared things would only get worse after the baby came. I cried all through my last month of pregnancy because I felt so completely overwhelmed. I felt there was no way I could ever get everything done. And I was right. There's no way I'd ever have finished that massive to-do list. But surprisingly, since having a baby, I feel calmer and in control. Why? I think it's because my limits are no longer something imaginary in my mind. My free time is now severely limited, so I have to be much more selective about what I do with it. It's a lot like when I downsized from a 2-bedroom house to a studio apartment. My living space was physically smaller, so I had to let go of the unessential, whether I was ready or not. The same now applies to my to-do list. I've been forced to cut back, and it's truly a weight off my shoulders. Finally accepting that I can't do it all is truly a gift, something I wish I'd been able to do for myself much sooner. Perfectionism. We all know perfectionism can be poison, but despite our best intentions, it can be easy to indulge in it from time to time. For me, I do little things, like spending hours editing my blog posts or wanting things to be just right in my house before receiving visitors. But yet again, having a baby has changed things. I've had to take a step back and revise my expectations. If I waited for a perfect house before having visitors or for perfect editing before publishing a blog post, there'd be none of either. I'm finally really learning good enough is just that, good enough. Mindfulness. This one has been a huge surprise and also a lifesaver for me. Again, I've written about mindfulness and being present before. In fact, everything in this post is something I've talked about before. But I've never truly lived in the moment the way I am right now. It's partially an intentional choice, and partially out of necessity because newborn babies have a way of keeping your attention in the present moment. When she's crying, I'm all there with her, doubly so when she's happy and smiling. I know these days are special and they won't last, and when I find a quiet moment for myself, to enjoy a hot cup of coffee or write a blog post, I'm 100% present, absolutely indulging in those precious minutes. I think mindfulness is essential, new moms. Without it, we wouldn't survive. After all, who knows when I'll get a proper night's sleep again, or when I'll be able to enjoy a proper evening out with friends. It could be months, or maybe years, and if I dwell on the future, I feel anxious. So instead of worrying, I take pleasure in the little moments happening right now. I take note of her gorgeous gummy smile, of the spring breeze through an open window, and of the satisfied, albeit weary, smiles my hubby and I exchange at the end of a long day. This is life now, and I'm taking it one moment at a time. Final thoughts. I hope you've enjoyed these random thoughts about life with my little one. I would normally spend a lot of time trying to find some sort of clever way to bring it all together at the end of a post, but I can hear someone fussing in the other room, and I'm pretty sure nap time is almost over. So that's all for me today. I'm letting go and embracing this wonderfully messy period in my life. And I hope, whether you're a mom or not, you found something you can relate to in this post. You just listened to the post titled, Simple Living with My Little One, by Jennifer of simplyfiercely.com. A post I'm sure that all parents wish they could have read, let alone convinced themselves of before entering parenthood. I think Jennifer hits the nail on the head here, not only in parenting, but in all aspects of life. It is okay to not get everything done. Life goes on, we will rebound, and until we embrace that, it's very easy to miss life, ironically. It's easy to miss the spring breeze through the window, as she put it. The more we attach ourselves to our to-do lists, the more we miss out on things worth making to-do lists over, if that makes sense. That's my way of putting it anyway, but I'm not as sharp as Jennifer, so I'll just stop here. That is all I've got for you today, folks. We are going to close this one up. Thank you so much for listening all week, and I will see you tomorrow for our final post about how you can help your kids manage their emotions, where your optimal life awaits.